Are we live? Hey guys, this is Bobby Clue, Somerset-Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce. We are back at it again on a Friday. We're out here, Hilltop Marine. We're out here for one of our Facebook Lives. It's been a while, guys, so we're excited to be out and about today. I am here with owner, operator, proprietor, head guy in charge, David Hewlett. Thank you, David, for taking a few minutes to tell us a little bit more about Hilltop Marine. So I love a good origin story. So, so tell me first and foremost, how does one get in the boat business?
Well, it wasn't planned.
Sure, it never is.
Never is. We owned a boat, and the gentleman that had this place before us, it was a service and storage facility only, wanted to sell it. And I thought, hey, if you have the storage, which we have a lot of, the service, and you marry it to a retail boat dealership, it should be some synergies there.
Sure.
So in August of 2001, 3 weeks before 9/11, our timing was impeccable. We bought it.
So you've been here
ever since.
I mean, quite a while now, then.
A little over 22 years.
22 years. And I'm sure that things have changed a lot in this industry in 22 years. I remember, you know, what boats look like. It's just kind of a practical boat to now, you know, there's something pretty special. I mean, the industry's changed a lot, hasn't it?
It's changed tremendously. Like, we sell Manitou Pontoons, and we tell everybody, this is not your daddy's pontoon.
It's not. It's absolutely not.
70 miles an hour, and
they've got all the bells and whistles. They're tricked out with the lights and the speakers, and just they're amazing. They're everything you'd ever want. I think that a lot of people probably thought that a pontoon was, you know, for an older couple just to kind of leisurely troll down the lake, and now it's something for the young guys want. I mean, they're super cool, and hopefully we're going to have a chance to see a couple.
If you twist my arm.
Okay, twist. So. Lots of services here. So you've got storage, you've got repair work, you sell brand new boats. What are all the services that we can do here?
You named it. We have storage. We just built 28 new storage units from 42 to 48 feet long.
Some of those are still available to rent, or are they all full?
I have 122 storages on the property, and I think I only have 12 available. That's just because we finished them in the middle of winter, so we do have a few available.
Okay. Well, that's good. You know, I mean, obviously that's Lake Cumberland brings in about 4 million people a year. And we know how many people, you know, they want to just, you know, they don't want to trailer that boat back and forth to, you know, Ohio or Indiana, wherever they're from. So having a nice, convenient place right here next to the water, that's good for you, and it's good for them. And that's a win-win for everybody.
It is.
Good. Well, could we go take a look? You said you've got service and we've got all the things.
I'll take you in.
I'm going to follow you.
All right. Yeah.
So tell us about this property itself. So
well, it's come a long way, and I'll tell you more about that later.
Sure.
This is our sales office, and no one's here to sell. I guess they're out talking.
You're here. You're here. You're with me.
We won a lot of awards over the years. We sold Formula Power boats and Sensation Performance boats. And so we were actually written up in Extreme Boats magazine. We were at the Poker Run and hosted it.
Sure.
And we've had a lot of fun with that.
We know the Poker Run. That's for locals. That's kind of the official end of summer. You know, I think a lot of people think it's Labor Day. We always say it's the week after Labor Day. You know, that's that weekend when when you have Poker Run. Absolutely.
So come this way. We are not fancy here, but we say we can be clean, neat, and organized. We'll go in here and have Jennifer, our accountant, and Todd, our service manager.
Yeah, this is a very nice facility that you have.
Thank you.
How many employees do you have here, David?
We have 10.
10, okay.
Full-time.
Wow.
So we call this parts and accessories. It's more retail parts. Actually, we keep an inventory, full inventory of parts upstairs.
Sure.
This is kind of a staging area where people can come in, browse around.
So with service, do you upfit boats as well?
Yes.
You can do a lot of the things that they want, the lights and the speakers and all the upgrades.
We don't do the electronics.
The electronics.
You know, 6 Speed is here right now. They do the electronics.
Sure. We know those guys. They're members.
Okay.
They're great.
Right. Now, you see all this painted black and it's kind of yellow. Our colors are black and gold. But if you'd seen this originally, everywhere you see black and yellow or gold was early American rust. Okay, and so the service office you see here was a blank space, and we put that in and put storage up above. Have a 7-ton hoist bay here, and we work on boats here, and then we just put this in last year where the guys can get out here and get some fresh air. We can back boats in right here and and work on them.
Well, this is this is an education for myself as well. I grew up around the lake, but I feel like some days I know so little about boats and how important they are to this area. So and this is perfect timing. Right before, I guess
Memorial Day.
Absolutely.
Right. This is where we work on boats.
Oh wow!
Again, another place.
So will you work on any kind of boat, or are there specific types, or how does that work?
Pretty much any kind, Bobby. We don't work on generators, for example, unless it's just routine maintenance.
Sure.
But most anything else we do.
Okay.
I'll show you our fiberglass shop.
Yes,
shortly,
sir.
But this is all these boats you see right here are in for service. So they'll either be worked on here or where I showed you.
Well, and you have a full house, it looks like, too. It looks like business is good.
It's steady. It's been slower than usual given the time of year, and I think it's because of the weather and the condition of the lake, but it's steady.
So are a lot of people having their boats serviced and just kind of getting ready for the boat season? Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
Just having you go over it, make sure everything's good before the weather, I guess, warms up?
Turns. Exactly.
Right.
Come this way, and I'll show you we have our service facility and our showroom somewhat combined.
Okay.
So everything on this side is for sale. Mm-hmm. So if you want to buy something, just point to it.
Oh, it's all. This is for sale.
Yes.
Well, these are beautiful.
Thank you. So we are a Manitou Tri-Toon dealer, and Manitou, I'll give a shameless plug here, is the fastest and most stable pontoon made.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, we're having a grand opening today to welcome Sea Ray to Lake Cumberland. So we're now a Sea Ray dealer.
Wow, this is a nice setup, David. This is really, really nice.
Thank you.
It's a great way to get around and be able to actually look at the boats. You can't really see a lot from down there, but this platform, this is smart. And I don't come to a lot of boat dealerships, but this is great.
You gotta start.
I'll tell you. There's some beautiful boats. Is that a center console all the way up there? That's
a Sea Ray.
That's a beauty.
The new, SLX 260.
My goodness.
So
these pontoons are huge.
Yes. These are the new Manitous. Look at the sides. It's all rolled aluminum.
300.
That's a 300.
My goodness.
But the black Manitou over there has twin 300s on it. It's all fiberglass.
So how fast would a boat? I mean, and that just screams. That's not your dad's pontoon right there. Right. I mean, with the nice wheels and tires, the lights. I mean, that is a gorgeous boat.
Thank you. Thank you. It's 60-mile-an-hour boat.
60 miles an hour. I don't like to drive my car 60 miles an hour some days, David. That is beautiful.
Well, come here. I'll show you a 70-mile.
Oh, okay. I like it.
We just got the Sea Ray boats in. We just got 3 of them. We have more coming. These are on the left side here.
How we doing? Huh?
This, like I said, is a new SLX 260. I rode on one at the factory a couple weeks ago, and it's very impressive.
This is beautiful.
You'll take this one? All right. We sold one today. This is a Manitou LX. It has twin 400s on it, so a total of 800 horsepower.
So this is your 70-mile-an-hour boat right here.
This is a 70-mile-an-hour boat.
I mean, those engines probably cost more than a house. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous boat. Now, let me ask you, how does how do you make a decision on what boat? Just do you talk to them and see what's going to fit their needs the best? Is that how that works? Because I mean, a lot of people may walk in and not know what they want.
Exactly. So you ask them, how do you boat? Like, do you spend the night on the boat? If you do, you don't want a pontoon,
right?
Okay. Is it day boating? How often do you boat? How many people come on your boat? Do you want to fish off your boat? That's not a good fishing boat. Mm-hmm. Do you want to pull skiers? That's a great ski boat.
Right.
So you just kind of try to whittle it down, and often they don't know for sure how they want to boat maybe their next boat. So we said, hey, we're just here to help you and not trying to press you. Let's figure out what type of boating you really want to do in the future.
Right.
Before you make a decision.
Well, and and I'm assuming with 22 years of experience, I think you said, you've got a tremendous amount of experience to help anybody at probably any price level come in here and be able to help them make a decision.
We do. Do
you sell any used boats, or most of these new?
We do used boats, and we broker boats. We're kind of low on inventory right now, so I don't have a lot to show you.
Well, and tis the season. I'm sure that in the winter time you probably have inventory, but this time of year I'm sure everybody's buying boats.
They are, right,
for the season.
They are. I'll show you the fiberglass top. If
yeah,
like
please. I'd love to. Here, we're going to go this way.
Go down this way. Now,
that red one's pretty, David, but I'm still kind of partial to that black color. I bet does that get hot? Probably a little warm in the summer.
It doesn't get as hot as you'd think. The cushion is all cool cushion, and they're gray, but they don't get.
So it's not like those. It's not those seats.
Warm, but they don't get hot.
It's not those seats we had when we were kids, where they just burn your leg as soon as you touched it.
No, you don't have to put the beach towel down.
I remember that. I remember that drill.
Yeah.
So this is the fiberglass shop. Now, what does that mean? If you've had an injury, something that's been broken on the boat, you can repair those types of things.
Dock jousting. You hit the dock a little too hard.
Maybe they got a little overserved that day and hit the dock. Huh? I understand.
Could be.
So, and you can repair those things, I'm sure, to brand new.
We can. It's a 3,500 square foot dedicated fiberglass facility. With a car in here for now. Right now, Greg's doing something with his car.
Sure.
My favorite story of how good our guys are with fiberglass is we had do you need to get out, Greg? Okay. We had a boat in here, sitting right here. Mm-hmm. It was a black boat. And a gentleman came through and he said, I'm here, I'm on my way to Florida, I want to see my son's boat. It's here. So I brought him back here, and it was sitting right here. And I said, and he said, my son was in a parking lot, a filling station, gas station parking lot, and there was a tiki hut there, and he cut the corner too quickly, and knocked the tiki hut off its foundation and scratched the boat all the way down the side.
Right.
And black is a very difficult color to match. Mm-hmm. And so I took him to the port side of the boat, and I said, here it is. And he said, no, it must have been the other side. I don't see any markings or any residue or anything. And I said, well, no, it's this one. And he said, well, no, it's not. And I went, fine, let's go with the starboard side and look at it. And he looked at it, and he goes, it was the other side, wasn't it? I'm like, yeah. He said, I can't tell. I'm like,
that's amazing.
I know. That's how good our guys are.
But and that's the stuff that people need to know about. That's why we're doing things like this video right here. It's to provide people with a little more education about Hilltop Marine and the services that you provide. And it's great. We're proud of our members, and we love when we get to hear success stories like that. Because when we tell people come over here and come see David, we want to do that with confidence. And to hear stories like that, we can do that. We know that you're providing top-notch service for anybody in the industry.
Well, I brag on our service department. I don't run it, so I can brag on it. I think they're the best around. It doesn't mean there aren't other good ones, but it's very difficult to find people who've been with you a long time. Our shop foreman's been with us 17 years, one of our techs 18 years. I've got 4 certified techs, and it's hard to find people who are that good and care, and they do both.
Is there a lot of continuing education in this industry? I mean, I'm assuming that the techs have to learn new stuff constantly, because I'm assuming if boats are like cars, there's more and more electronics on them, and I remember cars now, it seems like you plug them into a computer, and you learn more and more that way.
It's the same with boats.
I'm sure it is.
And yeah, there's annual continuing education.
Sure. And I mean, just the upkeep. How do you learn about the new boats that are coming out? Do the maker, do the models, do they come to you, Manitou? Do they come to you and tell you about things, or do you go to boat shows?
Well, we go to boat shows to sell the boats to the retail clientele, But the manufacturers, when a new boat comes out, like in 2023, Manitou went with most of their models that rolled aluminum side, real smooth side. So they told us all about that. A year or two before, they went to that cool seating, and they told us about that. So we rely on them to educate us, so we can educate the people at the boat shows and hopefully sell a boat.
Well, that's fantastic. David, I want to thank you very much for allowing us to come out today. I want to thank you for being a chamber member. And, you know, one of the things that we talk about a lot with everybody that'll listen to us, I was talking about it on the radio this morning, it's the importance of shopping local. So this is local. You're a local business. You're right here in our community. You know, I think sometimes we think that we have to go out of town to do things or to buy things because they'll be better, and they're just simply not. I think we saw, millions of dollars worth of boats in that showroom in there, and some of the most beautiful boats I've ever seen. Guys, I would encourage you to come down here and see David. Come see his staff down here at Hilltop Marine. What's the address here?
74 Shaw Lane in Bronston, Kentucky, about 5 minutes outside of Somerset.
Yeah, and the way that I told people to come here today is basically head down 90 like you're heading to Wayne County, and as soon as you get over the bridge, it's about 3 miles down on the left. There's a giant go-fast boat that's up in the air.
We call it a boat, the boat on the stick.
Well, it is. And I remember that's been there forever. I mean, I've always seen that boat, and it's such a neat landmark, in all honesty. So that's where you're going. You're going right there. So, David, thank you again.
Thank you, Bobby.
Appreciate your time. Guys, we'll be back again soon. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go cut a ribbon. We're going to go celebrate a ribbon cutting. But until then, thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day.